What's up, fam? It's Smiles for Miles. What's going on, fam? Welcome to Gig Life Driver. I hope you're on your subscription today. Give me a thumberino upper, man. It's been a minute since I've been on here. Excuse me. Just been working, doing the gig life. I'm not doing 40 hours a week, but I am 5 days a week worker. So I am doing like lunch at 5 days a week. So some would say part-time, some would say full-time, whatever. I'm working, doing gig work. So last time we talked about was the app and the game, playing the game with the app. Some of the students have started coming back. And so it's been a bit busier. Last week was definitely busy. This week, I started getting the reverse weirdo offers again yesterday. Like 2 orders going these crazy distances for like $2.50, like less than $2 a delivery. So, I declined, and of course I went from, it just seems like this app. It seems like the algorithm, when you get up to like 90 completion rate or acceptance rate, I should say. Seems like it starts throwing you a bunch of garbage and get your acceptance rate goes down, because I'm not going to take it. Nobody's going to take this garbage that they're sending. You know what I mean? Definitely in my marketplace. Like, people in my marketplace don't generally take, definitely don't take any no-tip trip orders. They definitely don't do no-tip orders. But they generally don't even take like $5.50 orders, $5.50 orders or offers. I'll take those all day. $5.50, yeah, I'll take those all day. If they're short distances and I can just bang them out, boom, 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 and get 10 deliveries under my belt for lunch shift from 11 until 2, I'm all in. But I noticed that yesterday was a bit of a struggle. Today I took the day out because I bought a bunch of stuff for my scooter because I've got 10,000 kilometers on her, which is about 5,000 miles on her, and things need to be done, just like when you guys use your cars for delivering food. Same deal. The only difference between you and I is my overhead's way lower than a car than you guys using your car. It's way up there. Your overhead, gas, insurance, tires, maintenance, transmission, whatever the case may be. It's expensive for you guys using cars. For me on a scooter, it's still expensive. It's still, but it's not crazy. It's not insane. Like, I spent $400 to get everything I needed to maintain my scooter for the next 6 months. So I got like 4 bottles of Mold Tool 2-stroke oil, because my scooter is a 2-stroke engine. I got new rollers. Those will have to be replaced every 6 months. I got new rollers for it. And I got gear. I thought I was only getting 1 tube of gear oil, but it actually was a 3-piece order. I didn't pay for 3 of them, I paid for 1. So it was quite a surprise that I got that today. So I got to replace my gear oil for my transmission. Excuse me. And then tires. When I bought my scooter, it had been sitting for a while. I could tell because the tires were pretty close to dry rotted. So I just ran them from January until now. My back tire started splitting in the middle, and so I bought tires. Tires was like, let's see, how much was my tires? $161 for rear tire and a front tire. Not too shabby. Michelin's for both front and back. I got the same width for the back. I got a little wider for the front because I do live in a area where the roads are garbage. A lot of sand buildup from water running. We don't have underground drainage here in our town, and so all the roads are in angles. So the water flow to get it to the river. So the roads are just god awful here in Arizona. When I get my next thing I'm saving for, gang, is to get myself a brand new GoPro, because I have one, but it's so old that I can't even edit with it. the app doesn't even recognize the GoPro Hero 1 or Hero. It's not even, I don't even think they labeled it a Hero. I think it came out then, it was like the tester of the Hero, and then the Heroes came out. Anyways, not here now. But once that happens, then I'll be able to share videos of our roads here in Tucson, Arizona. They're just god awful. But then, you know, I had built myself a little phone holder so I could monitor the app while I'm working to get, you know, offers that come in, you know, use Google Maps to get to my destination, stuff of that nature. And, you know, we're a hands-off state. Like, you can't be messing with your phone while you're driving here in Arizona. Like my tan line, that's from wearing a hat because it's so hot. Delivering in 100 and up to 112 degrees, gang. It's finally starting to calm down a bit, you know, with the monsoons coming in. Monday it was supposed to be 108. It did get up to 106, but my shift was over at 2 o'clock and it was 104. So I was able to get out of there and get home before it got 2 degrees hotter. But it's gnarly here because we are in a higher elevation. We're about 2,500 feet above sea level, and the UV index pops up when it's hot here in Tucson. So the index was 11 on Monday. I felt like I was cooking out there. I feel that every time I'm out delivering in the heat because it's not only, it's a different heat, you know. Phoenix, Arizona, it gets hot, like it gets stupid hot there, but the UV index is lower. So it just feels normal hot. It's hot. It's 118, it's hot. But here, when it's 103, 104, and the UV index is higher at 11, 8 to 11, you feel like you're literally cooking out there. So, you know, it's an interesting adventure delivering, my first summer delivering. So back to the app. So Monday I started, it was rather slow. I've been kind of figuring out how the rotation of the app is working with amongst the other drivers in my marketplace. I run into a lot of the other guys that I've befriended, the other drivers in my area. I just noticed I don't say a lot. You know, I say hello, of course, but I don't say a lot of, like, I don't react to what they're picking up for offers. And I noticed that this guy I met, he was picking up a big offer from a sandwich shop. That I usually get those offers because I'm usually in that area all the time. And I was kind of bummed that I didn't get it, you know. That day I was getting like $3.50 offers, $4.50 offers. I think the highest offer I got on Monday was $6. Yeah, for $6. But it's not long miles. You know, it's not a lot of miles. But I started getting the upside down bullshit. You know, I think I got 2 or 3 of them, and it kept sending me to, because the way this algorithm is programmed, before, if you denied, like, you know, $2 orders, the algorithm's like, oh, here, you want a better one? Here, I'll send you a really good one. And then you get a good one, and then hopefully you get more good ones on the top. That's usually what was going on when it was Top Dasher style and not this tier program. So even though I'm a platinum status, I'm not getting high pay offers. It says, you know, platinum, this is a high paying offer. I'm not getting high pay offers. I'm getting, you know, like I said, maximum $6. But again, it's not a lot of miles. So they're paying me according to mileage. You know, as far as the miles are concerned, of course. And then if it's a big order, like I did get a big order on Monday, yesterday. I did get a $9.50 order. And it was a big bag of food that I was taking to, from Panera to somewhere on the university area, campus. And it paid like $12 at the end. $12.58. Weird change number. But anyways, so I did get one. But, you know, my point being is that if we're like platinum, if DoorDash, if you guys want us to all be platinum and taking all these offers, you gotta figure this out, man. Because a $2.50 is not a high paying offer. That should be going to a gold status or a silver status driver, not to a platinum driver. Okay? So, just to let you know, if you happen to catch this video, $2.50 is not a high paying offer. By no standard, anywhere, ever. And that's not a standard for, according to what you claim, for platinum drivers as a high paying offer. $2.50 is not a high paying offer. $3.50 is not a high paying offer. $4.50 is getting close. $5.50, $6 for somebody that rides a bike and a scooter like me. Those are good offers. Those are doable as long as the miles are lower. 1.6, 1.7 miles. But 2 offers for $2.50. It's a total of 6 miles. You're smoking crack. Seriously, that's stupid. Those offers should be going to your silver drivers. Okay? Not to platinum drivers. This is my own opinion. But I think my own opinion kind of steps on the grounds of common sense. $2.50 is not a platinum offer. That's garbage. That's a silver offer. It's not even really a gold offer. I wouldn't even consider that a gold offer. I consider that a silver offer. So, I kept getting that kind of stuff. Finally, I just logged out. Like I told you guys before, you start getting these upside down orders, just log out. If you're a platinum, you can go right back in. So I logged out and I traveled back to the area because it took me to a regular. I deliver this one guy a lot, and it's not far from my area. So I went and I delivered it, and I got an offer, another stupid upside down offer, and I'm like, I'm not taking this. So I declined it, and then I went offline. I logged out. I traveled back to the area I like to be in, and I logged back in, and I started getting normal, not platinum offers, but at least normal offers. My first offer was $2.50, and I'm like, really? Come on, DoorDash, what the fuck is this? This is not a platinum offer, and you're claiming it to be a high-paying offer. $2.50 is not a goddamn high-paying offer. So I took it. It was going just around the corner, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. I understand the $2.50 high-paying offer for less than a mile. Sure, that's fine. I took it because this app doesn't go, oh, I'm sorry, here's a better offer when you decline. It just punishes you. If you don't take those low offers, it's just going to keep sending you low offers till you take one. Then it'll start sending you higher offers. So I just said, okay, whatever, I'll take it. It wasn't far. It was like 0.8 of a mile from Panera to the location. I got there, a young lady met me out front, and right off the bat, right out of the gate, she was like, I'm sorry, I couldn't figure out how to give you a tip. And I listen to people's excuses with a grain of salt. I don't take anything to heart. I really look at it like, yeah, okay, whatever. You're just lying to me, and that's fine. That's on you. When you lie to somebody, that falls on you. That doesn't fall on the person you're lying to. So I didn't say anything. I said, oh, it's fine, but I will tell you, since you brought up the conversation, I'm going to let you know. I'm just going to, I'm not, just want you to understand, I'm not being mean or hostile or nothing. You can hear by my voice, I'm being just a nice man. She's like, oh no, you seem like a very nice man. I'm like, I just want you to understand something, that your food, if I hadn't picked it up and drove it over here, your food most likely would have sat at Panera for upwards to an hour, hour and a half until somebody picked it up to bring it to you. And I said, I brought it to you because $2.50, it's a half a tank of gas, that's cool for my scooter, I'm not worried. You know what I mean? But for educational purposes for you, I would really work on trying to figure out why you are not being able to give a tip. I said, because it does give you 2 different portals. Once you go through everything and you start getting ready to pay for your food, the services, etc., it says to you right away, would you like to give a tip? And if you say 000 and you keep moving forward, it's going to ask you again. We recommend that you tip the driver because there's chances your food may sit in the restaurant. Did you see that? And she was like, yeah, put her head down. I'm like, look, I know that it's expensive to order. I know, because you're paying about 30% more for the food off of the DoorDash app than ordering directly from the restaurant and going and pick it up, or going in and ordering it and picking it up. I do understand that. I said, and I do know that you're spending upwards of $7 to $12 for just delivery services. She's like, yeah, and I'm like, $2 of those services comes to us. The rest goes to DoorDash. And she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah. I said, so, just to be aware, again, you're going to get your food in a timely fashion if you throw on a couple bucks. So if the offer comes through and it's $4.50, you got a higher chance of getting your food in a timely fashion. If it's like $5.50 or $6, you're definitely going to get your food faster. Okay? I mean, that's why they're doing that. That's why they're sending you that information through those portals before you continue down the road and place your order. They're being concerning to you to let you know that your food most likely will just sit in the restaurant and get cold. Just like I'm sharing with you now, like drivers aren't even picking up $2.50 orders. They're not picking up $3.50, $4.50, $5.50, $6. There's a lot of drivers that don't even pick up $6. She's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no. I said, gas is really expensive. Housing is really expensive. Utilities is really expensive. Groceries are really expensive. And then you add insurance, maintenance, tires, etc., for your car. We're using our own vehicles. DoorDash doesn't provide us cars. In my case, a scooter. And she was like, okay, I get it. And I'm like, so, I'm glad you brought up the conversation, and I'm glad you're very receptive to the information I'm sharing with you. But I just want you to know that I got your food. I'm one of those people that I won't always take them, but I will take them now and again because, it's just a decent thing to do now and again for people. You know what I mean? And then again, like $2 is gas for my car, for my scooter. And so she gave me dabs, boom, and then thanked me, and I thanked her, and I left. But I watched on Mr. Bet on You about education doesn't work, with no tip clowns, and he's right in a lot of cases. It just depends on the environment, the type of people you're delivering to. I've only made this conversation about no tip people, educating them to people that are in high regard. They're working in an office in the city, for the city. They're working for the planning corporate commission. I deliver to the federal and state government all the time. That young man at that posh hotel, he got it. Once I gave him the information, I shared with him. He was a little defensive at first. I said, hey, bro, I wouldn't be here if it was a problem. But I do want to educate you so you don't have to sit waiting for your food for an hour and a half because drivers don't want to pick up a $2 order. So he ended up tipping. I picked up another order from him. He ended up tipping, the next time around. So, there is people that listen. There's people that don't listen. But, one thing that's interesting to me in my marketplace here in Tucson is that the people with money don't tip here. They'll tip minimal or not. The people that live in the trailer park that I deliver to now and again, tip $3-4. The students from the university, the majority of them tip, the minority don't tip. They say the rich kids, the spoiled rich kids that come to our university and go to school, they don't tip. Actually, those kids do tip. There's certain cultural backgrounds that are notorious for not tipping in our marketplace. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want people to think I'm being racist. It just happens to be the situation that these people that we get offers from, there's 9 out of 10, it's name that a lot of us can't pronounce, and there's a no tip involved in it. So, it's kind of an interesting equation here, at least in my marketplace. When I deliver here on the south side, everybody tips, because everybody that lives in this area are service industry. Majority of people that live in my area are work in service. They either work in some fast food restaurant, or they work in a restaurant, or they work in a cafe, or they're all, majority are service industry, or a lot of them are construction workers or contractors too. But everybody in the south tips really well. That's why I like to deliver on this side of town now and again. But my major bread and butter is downtown Tucson, because the city, the lawyers, the advertisers, the engineers, they all tip really well. And, the students, when they're back, they tip really well as well. Not all of them, like I said, not all of them. But you're not going far. You can take a $2 order when the university's back in session, because it's going to a dorm room and it's less than a mile. It's maybe a half a mile from the main strip where all the restaurants that they order from are. So there's some give and take here in my marketplace. But other than that, everything has been going really well. I am still appreciating and enjoying the app. The only thing I'm not digging is the $2.50, $3.50 high paying offer. That's not a high paying offer. Those need to go. Us platinum drivers, we're working hard to get that platinum. We're working hard to keep it. You know what I mean? We're not lackadaisical about it. We're not like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll go below 70, I'll go into gold, and whatever. No, there's too many benefits in being a platinum driver that you don't want to shove your nose up against. You don't want to, I'm above it. You want to keep your status. At least I do, and at least the guys I hang out with, the drivers I hang out with, we all working to keep our platinum status, because we can dash whenever we want. We have support right away, and we do support right away. It's just a benefit to being a platinum. But to get thrown $2.50 orders, come on, Dee, what the fuck? That's not cool, man. Give it to the gold, give it to the silver. Your platinums, you need to take care of your platinum drivers, because they're taking care of you. We are all taking care of you, Dee. So you need to take care of us as well. I've seen the difference, because I catch a lot of content creators that do delivery gig work. And there's a guy that does, he'll do like challenges himself, and he'll do DoorDash, take everything DoorDash, and he went from platinum down to gold. And it took him forever to get back up to platinum again. It's not easy to do sometimes, because they will throw you a lot of trash to get you there. But once you're there, Dee, don't send trash. Send platinum offers for the platinum drivers. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of work. Once you lose it, it's hard to get it back. I mean, it's not hard. You can get it back, but most people I've watched, they're earned by time to get it back. I'm not getting rid of my platinum status. It's impossible for me to get rid of my platinum status, because I do get 10 to 11 deliveries under my belt 5 days a week. So within a month, I'm delivering 200 plus deliveries. So I'm way above the minimum. And I don't do minimums. I'm not a minimum guy. I've always been an exceller. When I was studying at school, like 2 majors, 2 minors. I never great grades across the board, A's, boom, boom, boom. I've never been one to be, complacent about work. But I also am a Gen Xer, so we're a bit of a different breed. My buddy Rashid, he's a Gen Xer, and he hustles like I do. Most of the Gen Xers in my marketplace, we hustle. We're all moving. It's the ones the millennials and the Zs that just kind of hang around waiting for I've met some millennials that just won't take anything that's not a high-paying work, but they're sitting on their asses the majority of the time they're there. They're working harder, not smarter. Us Gen Xers, we're working smarter and harder together. We are grabbing those orders. Again, I'm not going to take a bunch of 250 orders, but I'll take 350, I'll take 450, I'll take 5, because we know that shit stacks up. I met a Gen Xer the other day, he's my age, and he's not in best shape, but he's moving, he's hustling, trying to make it happen. we were talking. He goes, do you take the low offers? I'm like, I take pretty much everything. He goes, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I won't, I don't usually take $2 and 2.50 orders, but I haven't seen them since I became a platinum driver until yesterday. That's when I started seeing that garbage. And it was almost like I jinxed myself, because I told him, I said, I don't see the $2 and 2.50 orders. I see 3.50 and up. I'm like, but if one happens to show up, I'll take it, now and again, just depending on how far it is. So he was like, yeah, me too. I just, I'm platinum too, and so I'm just getting good orders and decent orders. I'll take, 3.50 orders. He goes, once in a while they'll throw me a 2.50 or $2 order. I'll take it, just to be nice. And I'm like, yeah, but then yesterday happened. So, but yeah, so a lot of us Gen Xers that are in the marketplace, a lot of us, we can't find jobs. It is hard as hell to find a job here in Tucson, Arizona. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's a lot of people doing gig work because it's so hard to find a job. We have ghosting left and right for jobs here in Tucson, Arizona. I moved here a year ago, and I'm not kidding with you, gang. I put out at least 5 to 6 apps a day for a year, and I got one job, and that was just a shit show. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. It was like walking the streets trying to sell Verizon. No thanks. After I went into training and I saw what a shit show it was, I was like, I'm out. And my buddy, my neighbor, is the one that got me started gigging. I was taking care of my mom and dad till they passed away for 16 years, 17 years. So we never ordered food out. I would go get everything. I was the driver. I'd take them there, take them here, take them to their doctor's appointment, grocery shop, clean the house, do laundry, take the animals out, feed, everything. I did everything. And so we want food from takeout, I go pick it up. We never ordered food in, so I wasn't aware of gig work. And then the vid showed up, and people were sick and stuff, and that's when I started seeing gig stuff. But I really just didn't have time. I'm taking care of my pops. My mom already had passed, and my dad was on his way out. And yes, they were child abusers, and yes, I took care of them because I'm the better man. I know we talked about this before. I'm not going to get into it. So I didn't really understand gig work, or I've delivered food a lot my whole life, all through college. I delivered food. But anyways, my neighbor was like, "Why don't you try gig work?" And I'm like, "Okay, that's a great idea." And I bought a scooter. I had a grand, and I went and bought a scooter, little 2007 People 50cc 2-stroke. Knocking on wood, because she's a workhorse. I love that little scooter. And I started doing the work. Started doing gig work. So I handled myself in college, juggling 2 majors and 2 minors, I handle this job the same way. I'm very much verbatim. I want to get it done, get it quick, get it finished quick. Efficiency is where I live when it comes to anything I do. So, yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Today I took a day off to work on my scooter. I got tires coming, so this weekend I'm going to replace my tires. It's going to be a chore, but it needs to be done. Yeah, that's about it, gang. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I hope you guys are having a blessed year. I hope everything is safe and sound with all of you. And make sure you get out there and do the hustle.